Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is how to become a better manifester. Today we have a special guest that will be joining us. If you would like to know more about this topic, then stick around. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you would like to get notified every time I upload new content, then click that notification bell. And don't forget to share this video. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Key here, and today we have a special guest with us. We have Quell, and we're going to give you guys two different viewpoints on manifesting and using different manifesting techniques, as well as things that we have accomplished while manifesting. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every time I upload new content, then click that notification bell. Don't forget to share this video. How long have you known about manifesting?
So I've known about manifesting for about 5 years or so now.
Okay, what are your views about it?
So my views on manifesting is that it can definitely be challenging. It can be difficult depending on your past experience, depending on how you were raised, depending on your religion. Manifesting can definitely be something that's difficult to wrap your mind around. Definitely does make you feel lighter. It's very positive. If you have any negative thoughts or negative feelings when it comes to manifesting, then you won't do it properly and you won't see any results that you're looking. Bring manifesting into your life. It would definitely make your life a lot more easy to deal with, because manifesting forces you not to focus on the negative. It forces you to embrace and see the positive in things.
Do you believe in manifesting? Do you believe that it really works?
I believe that manifesting does work at times. I'm kind of 50-50 on it right now. I mean, I believe that it works, and then there are times when I don't believe that it works.
But what gives you the belief that it is real when you do have those emotions, or when you do believe that it's possible?
So I find myself believing and gravitating towards manifesting when what I've manifested has come to pass, when it actually happens, when what I've desired or what I've thought on has actually appeared in my life. And that's when I believe in manifesting, or when I want to manifest even more.
And then you are discouraged when it doesn't come to pass.
Right. It's definitely discouraging when you put all your faith and belief and all your effort and you focus on this thing that you desire, and you do whatever it is you think you should do to obtain it, and it doesn't come. It can definitely be discouraging, and it just makes it so much safer and so much easier to just not expect so much. And so that's when I find myself gravitating away from manifesting.
Does it happen more for smaller things than bigger things, or would you say it's equal?
I would say I don't even acknowledge manifesting unless it's something big that has come into my life that I've manifested. I feel like small things come easier anyway, so I don't put so much weight on manifesting when it's something small. But when it's something big, that is what makes me want to do more manifesting.
If there's someone out there trying to bring something into their life that they really want, what could mess that up for them while they're in the process of manifesting?
Definitely your thoughts. Manifesting is all about controlling your thoughts, and that is very, very difficult considering there are so many things that are on the outside that have an effect on your thoughts.
Would you give the audience any advice that maybe they could do, or techniques they can use to help control their thoughts?
All I would say is to try your best to always stay positive. That would definitely help. And also, practice makes perfect. So continuously practicing and continuously keeping your mind in a good space, I think, definitely will help you with manifesting.
situations with family and friends and things of that nature, how would that interfere? How could they interfere with your manifestations?
Well, their energy. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect your mind. You have to stay positive. So if someone is going through something, that can definitely knock you off of your path of manifestation, because whatever, depending on what they're dealing with, you may inadvertently take that on because you care or love that person.
I would have to agree with that. I would have to agree with that. With life situations, that is possible to pick up other people's situations, other people's issues, and other things that people may be going through that you really don't have any of that going on in your life. And then once you listen to them, emotions start gravitating towards what they're going through. A good bit of the time you pick up whatever issue they have, and then their issue become your issue, and then they make it through the issue. They're fine, but now you're trying to figure out how to get through the same issue. Give the shortest amount of time that you've manifested something.
The shortest amount of time, month, maybe a couple of months.
And the longest?
The longest, 7 years, possibly 6 or 7 years.
What could make the difference between it coming in a couple of months or years?
There's several things, but some from the top of my head, I guess I would say definitely distractions, negative energy, and definitely negative thoughts.
And negative thoughts are sometimes hard to control. They creep up in there. And a lot of times when they creep up in there, you're not even aware that they're there until you start feeling negative emotions. And that's when you realize, okay, I'm in something negative. And
Right.
Then a lot of times it's hard to come out of it. Would you say manifesting is basically controlling your mindset then? As long as you can control your mindset, you're more powerful.
Definitely.
So as long as you can control your thoughts, you're more powerful. Once you lose control of your thoughts, you become weak.
Right. I definitely agree. And when you're a child, it's so much easier to manifest things because children they're not easily discouraged. I definitely think that adults are more easily discouraged because we've seen so much negative things and we've gone through some things that we never thought we'd go through. And so we're more susceptible to thinking something bad will come quicker than something good, while kids believe in the impossible, and they believe in it not just with little emotion or just like a passing thought. They actually believe in it, like really believe in it. And I think that's why children, or I think it's best to have it instilled as a child than to become an adult. And then you have to learn this, and then it's a lot more difficult. So it's definitely an advantage when children are brought up with it and they're introduced to it, because when they become an adult, they'll be able to definitely manifest things a lot easier. But it's difficult as an adult.
Basically, a child's belief system is more powerful than an adult belief system.
Definitely, because children can believe in things with all their heart, soul, and mind with literally no evidence. They don't need any evidence. They'll just believe in it with everything in them. While adults need some type of proof, some type of evidence, some type of sign. Children don't need those things.
So therefore, when adults go into manifestation, they go in with their emotions facing the wrong way.
Right. And
because if you're concerned about having to see something before you believe something, then you're automatically going the wrong way.
Right. And adults also go in with expectations, while children I feel they just go in and it's going to be their period. There's nothing else that they're looking for. I think adults go in with an expectation already on what and how it should appear, which I think causes issues with manifesting, because we want to be in control over everything. We want to be in control over how it appears in our life, how it happens, what time it gets there, what day. And children, on the other hand, they're not looking for those specifics. They're just believing that this will happen, and that's all there is to it.
I would say this is exactly how I found it to be when I mentor certain people on manifesting. When people come to me and ask me about this situation and that situation, I find it to be that way as well, that they need some type of evidence, some type of proof that, okay, I'm going to put my energy here, but can you guarantee me that I'm going to get something out of it? When actually they need to guarantee themselves. So the guarantee can't come from another person or a method or something like that. The methods are only there to help curb your current thinking and to give you something tangible to hold on to. But in actuality, you really don't need the methods. If your belief system is strong enough, you can manifest without the methods. But if your belief system is not as strong, then you need the methods. You need the methods for something to hold on to that'll give you some type of guarantee that I've done this, so this should happen. But wouldn't you say that believing that something should happen sometimes block it? Because there's a difference between something should happen or something will happen, right? Okay. So if a person is feeling like this should happen, it could slow it down or block it. Wouldn't that be some type of a lack maybe, or some type of disbelief possibly?
I don't think it's so much as a disbelief, but I think it's discouraging to the mind. Like, for instance, when we do manifest, or when I manifest personally, sometimes I look for a sign that is even on the way. And when you're looking for a sign that is on the way and you don't see that sign, that could also discourage the mind. So I think our idea of things coming and happening, we have this idea, we've seen movies, we've read religious texts, and from all those that we've gotten, we're like, there should be some type of sign that is on its way. But a lot of times with manifesting, there is no signs, because that's what manifesting is. You're believing in something that you don't see, that you don't know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. So I think that's what manifesting is about. It's the lack of signs, it's the lack of knowing, but still believing with everything in you that it will be.
I completely agree. That's the issue that a lot of people have. I would say a lot of people have the issue of the belief system and holding the belief system. It's not so much of having, because when you go into a manifestation, and a lot of people know the step one, ask. So a lot of people step in that step one very good and strongly. And they go in step one and they ask. But then once they get into the belief, they'll start believing. Then as days go by, time go by, maybe they have a deadline for something. The closer they get up to that deadline, they lose belief.
Right.
Because they don't see it manifesting. No, they don't see it coming to pass.
They don't see the sign that is coming. Right.
Yeah, right.
So time does chip at the belief. It does. Each day you lose a little bit more. Each day you lose a little bit more. And I think with manifesting, you just have to make it so that with your mind, that you don't lose any belief over those days, that it stays. I feel like when you don't lose any belief, it definitely makes it come a lot faster. But if you're going through it and each day time chips off at your belief, that's what makes it take longer. I think that's why it's taking 6 and 7 years for me to manifest some things, because of time chipping off at my belief in what will be.
I completely agree that time does affect a person's ability to manifest something in their life. So if you're manifesting a large sum of cash because you need it by a certain deadline, and as time is going by, you're thinking, it's not coming, it's not coming, it's not happening, it's not coming. Every time that slips up in the mind, it pushes it further back, because now your mind is confused. Do you want it, or are you saying that you don't want it to come? It's like, okay, it's not coming, it's not coming. You're getting more of it's not coming than it's coming, because you putting out more of it's not coming then it's coming. So you start off in the beginning putting out a lot of, I know, I already have it, it's already here, it's already here. And then all of a sudden, as days go by and you're getting close up to the deadline, you start saying, it's not coming, it's not coming, it's not coming, it's not coming. And then you're pushing it further and further and further away instead of closer to you. It could be right there. It could be right there at the door. And you just don't see a sign that is that close. And then you go through the it's not coming, and it start going backwards. And then you're losing it because so then you got to reroute because something else have to happen to fix this problem because it's not gonna come. And that's what caused the lack of faith.
And that's what causes you to take years to sometimes manifest something. Another thing that I feel that happens is that with manifesting, since we're taught and brought up to work for what we want and what we desire, we're taught that we have to work for it to obtain it. So with manifesting, it feels like there's not much physical work going on. So because there's not a lot of physical work going on, you may not believe that it's going to happen because you're not really doing anything physically to get it. It's mostly a mind thing. Mentally, it's definitely taxing on the mind because you're doing a lot of mental work, and that's really all of the work that you're doing. So because you feel like you're just sitting there and you're not doing anything physically, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around something coming to you and you haven't really done anything physically to obtain it.
That's true. That's the thing. It's like you go to work every single day and you know that I'm doing something physical, so I'm going to get paid. By law, you have to pay me. So this is guaranteed money. But with manifesting, some people don't believe it as being work. To them, it's not work. It's something I'm going to do. It's just something I'm going to try just to see if it's going to work. So they don't believe that they deserve anything for it. They don't feel entitled. And that would be the issue, which could stop or slow down their manifestations. And then a lot of times, by the time the manifestation does appear, they feel as if, okay, I got it, but it's too late. Or, okay, I got it, but
it took forever.
And then
they're not grateful for it really, because now you've moved on to something else that you desire. You desire this 6-7 years ago. Of course, your desires have changed and evolved over that time frame, right? And you desire something else. So you're not grateful for it. You're not really impressed by it. You're just like, okay, but I wanted this 7 years ago.
Right. Would you say that their level of gratitude would have something to do with how they manifest as well?
Right. Well, manifesting, as I mentioned, manifesting is all about positive thinking. You have to be positive. You can't have a negative thought and manifest something in a short amount of time. Yeah, definitely. Gratitude is something that's a positive emotion. You definitely want to hold on to positive emotions throughout your manifesting journey.
If you've waited for something for so long, by the time you receive it, it could possibly be a lot of negative emotions there that make you feel like I did this on my own, or this person did it for me. So no, I didn't manifest it. It came another way. They don't give the universe or God or their higher power any credit for it when it comes from another individual years later.
I don't think that negative emotion comes until you've waited so long and then you've forgotten about it. And then maybe 6-7 years, what you desired comes in your life. I think that's when the negative emotion appears, because you're like, wow, I wanted this whatever many years ago, and now it's just now here. I do think that does cause issues with the manifesting, because it may discourage you from even manifesting again, because you may think manifesting is all about getting what you desire. These people, they portray it to be an effective method to get what you desire in a short amount of time. Well, if you're not getting what you desire in a short amount of time, then what is the point?
If a person is manifesting maybe a vacation or maybe a new home, would it be smart for them to go ahead and start buying things for that new home before actually manifesting the home? Would that be a sign to, or would that be an act of active faith?
I feel like depending on who you are, that can work for you. If you need to do that to see the home that you desire, to keep that on your mind and to keep belief in it, then yes, that can definitely and certainly work for some people. Whereas for another person, it may be a reminder that I haven't gotten that home yet and I'm still waiting on that home. So it just all depends on the individual.
It can either
Encourage.
you or it can discourage you. Okay, and discouragement from manifesting can be really bad on the
Right.
mentality of a person. It could actually pull them down into a dark hole when they believe that something is going to come right away when they ask for it and then it doesn't show up.
Right.
What would you say would be a good way of handling that emotion that you may have when you know you believe without a shadow of a doubt and then it doesn't show up on the deadline or the day that you wanted it to? How would you say another individual should handle that without going down in that dark place?
I think definitely reminding yourself of where you are in life and what you already have, and being grateful for what you already have, and being thankful for how far you've gotten how far you've gotten, will definitely keep you from being too discouraged. Because if you focus on the negative, if you focus on that one thing that you did not get by the deadline, or that you did not get by the time you felt like you should have obtained it, then it's going to cause you to go into a spiral. And you certainly don't want to do that. Manifesting is difficult because it's about being your own, your own cheerleader. It's like, it's just you. It's you cheering your own self on. It's you giving yourself positive feedback. It's you telling yourself kind words and positive things, encouraging things, which can be difficult because people don't spend a lot of time just sitting down praising themselves. You don't do that. You're taught to get that type of feedback from another individual, from another person. We don't really cheer ourselves on. We expect other people to cheer us on. So definitely with manifesting, you're your own cheerleader. You're your own everything.
And I have to agree with that as well. That is so true. With manifesting, you have to learn methods of uplifting your own energy. Things in this world can beat your energy down so fast. It could be something as simple as driving to work and the traffic. It can also be someone walking past you in the store and having a bad attitude and your energy picking up on their energy. So you have to guard your energy and be your own cheerleader. You have to always look at things in a positive way, because little things are happening just to see if it can put you in that negative mood, that negative mindset. When you're in a negative mindset, you do manifest, but you manifest the things that you don't want.
Right.
You manifest more of what is getting on your nerves. It's like the snowball effect. Okay, now I'm mad about this. Okay, now I'm mad about this and I'm angry with this, but you putting so much emotion in your anger and how you're feeling that something else is coming right behind it. And then you get more and more and more on top of that. You want to guard your energy. You want to keep your energy as safe as you possibly can. So being your own cheerleader is very, very important. Being able to break out in your home and cheer yourself on. Like, look what we've done. Let's clap about it. Let's jump about it. Let's be happy about it.
And also to allow yourself to believe that you're deserving of all kinds of good things, that good things can just turn up in your life because you deserve it. You deserve every good thing in this world.
People, they think that life decisions and life choices and life mistakes takes that from them. They believe that they don't deserve it with all the mistakes that they've made in life and with all the things that they've done, that they're not worthy of having those things.
Right, which is when I mentioned your past can definitely make manifesting very difficult. But manifesting is not taking into account your past. It doesn't have anything to do with your past. Manifesting is a present method. It's all about what you're doing, what you're feeling, what you're believing, what's in your mind at that moment. That is what manifesting is about. It has nothing to do with what happened in the past or what even happened yesterday. And I think that's a good thing about manifesting. It's a present method and tactic to get what you desire, because manifesting is just about that moment.
If a person is manifesting and they leave out of the present moment and they go into the past or they go into the future, it's harder to manifest in those times. If you go back to what happened to you, then you're just manifesting what happened to you then. And if you go ahead into the future, you're going ahead of yourself. So you're not manifesting then either.
Right.
So you have to you push it further away both times. You're in the past, you're pushing it further away. And if you're in the future, you're pushing it further away. So you have to be in the present moment in order to manifest things.
Right. I agree.
I have one more question. Before we end, what type of advice would you give someone first starting out in manifesting?
The advice that I would give is that practice makes perfect. We're very hard on ourselves if we don't master the task or master what we decided to try or decided to do. And you should be very forgiving to yourself when you try something and it just doesn't go the way that you planned or the way that you hoped. I think you'll be able to manifest whatever it is you desire if you're forgiving towards yourself, if you're understanding towards yourself, if you are practicing, because practice makes perfect. If you have positive thoughts, protect your mind. If you just say nice things to yourself on the inside, just continuously have a good thought towards yourself, I think you can definitely get what you desire. There's no telling how much time it would take. It just all depends on where your mind is and how you feel and your emotion and your energy. But again, you have to be forgiving to yourself. It's very hard to forgive ourselves a lot of time, but for manifesting, I think you can definitely do it if you're very forgiving to yourself and you're very kind to yourself and you're believing that you're worthy of whatever it is that you desire.
So self-love
Self-love
plays a major part in manifesting.
Yes, definitely. Because when you just think of how we interact with people that we love, we're way more forgiving to someone that we love and care about than we are to ourselves. And we should also be that way to ourselves. Because if we don't feel like we're deserving of something, then why on earth would this higher power or the world or whatever it is whatever you believe in, why would it come to you if you yourself don't even believe that you're worthy of it?
That's a good point. That is so true. So your self-worth does play a role in how you manifest and how quickly your manifestations evolve. So you will have to show love to yourself. How about love to others? Showing love to others, does that play a role in manifesting as well?
I think personally that, of course, you don't want to go out in the world and put negative emotions and negative feelings out there or cause someone pain, because that can definitely be a stumbling or roadblock in your manifestation journey. At the same time, I think manifestation is mostly, I think it's like 99% about the kindness and love that you give to yourself. You got to remember, if you love yourself, then you're going to be able to display love to others. If you don't love yourself, it's going to be more difficult. How can you love someone else? So I think manifestation is really 99% about loving and being kind to yourself.
Okay, that's a good point. As you can see today, we have touched bases on a lot of questions that a lot of people have. I'm hoping that you found your answers, or at least somewhere close to your answers today. And if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comment box below. We'll be more than happy to answer them in another video. Until next time, you guys, thank you. And hopefully we can have Quell come back again soon.
Yes, thank you.
So there you have it, guys. I hope you found some good insight on how you can manifest things easier and faster. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And to get notified every time I upload new content, click that notification bell. And don't forget to share this video.